So I accidentally stumbled across what's that? Stuff on nuclear waste areas, spent nuclear radioactive waste, and they're burying it, subterranean, up underneath places, and then turn around putting parks on top for a little while, and then or whatever. But it leaks into your water. They got a lot of it around aquifers. Of course, nuclear power plants, a lot of those are around aquifers. Now, when you look up government documents, a lot of times what you can do is you can go do a Google search and go doc.gov. Sometimes you can do other abbreviations like, your county, CO, this, that, and the other. You can do misspellings a little bit. You can type in, like if I put in ESA, I don't even know what that is. And I'll put in a couple numbers, right? I'll just do like that. When I hit images, I get a lot of documents. A lot of documents. You can find all kinds of documents of underground, or gray market money. You can find, when you follow the money type of deal, you can find out that the government knows about all kinds of waste and tests being done where, if you got polluted water and you're getting cancers, or you're getting cancers out of the blue, or whatever, they already know what their stuff that they're doing does. Like, whether it be the chemtrails to those machines that make earthquake machines that, testing for water and oil and all that crap, to whatever. See, they know that when they test for water and oil out in the ocean and a bunch of fish die, it takes a few days for the fish to wash up to shore. So, if they're not at the scene of the crime, then they feel that they don't have to be blamed. They can't put two, people won't put two and two together. But the deal is, they know that when they do their testing, they cause this problem and kill a bunch of fish, and then after a few days, it washes to shore. But they know they're doing it, and they lie to the public saying, oh, we don't know what caused this, this mass fish death and stuff. They're liars. There's documents out there proving that they're doing it, and that they're lying about it. You wouldn't believe some of the documents you can find. Personal emails from politicians and county workers and everybody. I mean, talking shit about, migrants, talking shit about Mexicans, to all kinds of stuff. And it's really pathetic. Our government is a bunch of freeloaders, But when you're searching documents, also misspell things, also, like, separate your letters. Like if I ran this all capitals instead of small case, and I had all this capital, and split it up. Sometimes if you do misspellings, they do that a lot. Government documents will have a shit ton of misspellings and words like this. They'll put it like this, then they'll have a word, part of the word crammed together, stuff like that. And we'll hit search here. Now there you have the correction right here, but that doesn't mean shit. Now here's what you got. If you look at the addresses, these are all government addresses. So I'm finding documents left and right. So I have a history of finding documents left and right. I used to be able to find way more than I do nowadays. It's, 1/2/2019 today at 6:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. I can still find them, but I just gotta, what happened was over the years, they started breaking up the words, misspelling and all that, and I learned it. I even found stuff on, what happened back in 2002, all kinds of stuff proving that our government is a bunch of lying, freeloading, scamming, money laundering motherfuckers that should be shut down, that is destroying America and destroying the world. Going around destroying everything. Our water's polluted, our air's polluted, everything. But you can find out what they're doing, and you can find government documents to prove your cases out there, left and right. Now, it is a rabbit hole mess, I will tell you that. Look at this, untitled documents. I could find email addresses and everything too. Notice how that is sideways. They do that. County of Santa Clara. Oh, what are they up to over there? But when you have to get through all the BS stuff. Draft Environmental Impact Report. Cordoba Center. So whatever they're doing that's going to create environmental impact, that page is downloaded. But notice how there's other pages. It's like, oh, wow, what the hell's that? Alright, that's just some, just odds and ends here and there. And then this one is attachment, environmental noise, blah, blah. I'm waiting for it to focus in. But you can find all kinds of stuff. It don't even matter whatever these documents even are, because you can find them. You can find where the money goes too, if you follow the money. Oh yeah, that's how come I found out that they're laundering trillions per month out of the United States of America, and telling the United States of America that we're in debt, when this country is far from in debt. No, we've been ripped off, and by a bunch of freeloaders that are like mafia that go around destroying shit and give you a rabbit hole mess of paperwork. So if you're having a hard time finding certain government documents proving your point, I hope you find this video a little bit useful. But notice how all these are government addresses. See? Remember, it's by me hitting images too. Urban water management. You can find anything and everything, because if it's on the internet in any kind of way, whether it be their clouds or whatever, it's here. You can find it. So, I'd have to change out my terminology of what I type in there, and you got to abbreviate. A2government.org, phase environmental site. I'm going to open that one, take a look over there. Global Health and Science, entitled California Water Resources Control Board. Oh, look at that weird looking document. It has no title. Untitled. Texas Water Development Board. Oh, we better go look over there. See what that is. It's going to have to download a minute. But see how they kind of make it look like nothing, or they'll, they'll give it numbers. You can type in maybe something like this. Instead of putting doc in the beginning, you could put PDF. I use doc a lot, and then I'll hit images. Draft Environmental Impact Statement, Edwards Aquifer Recovery Implementation Program, Habitat Conservation Plan. This is 2012. Some stuff with it, which I'm not even going to get into. Probably more shit to piss me off. But they're such liars. A lot of things, they'll start off acting like they give a fuck about something, or they care, doing whatever, but they'll talk about profits to all kinds of stuff. Now they're going around trying to collect, there's different agencies going around trying to collect money for 4.2 million homeless kids. Okay? It's just like how they go around collecting money to save a panda bear or something, right? How does money save anything really on, animals don't need money. They need fucking space and be left the fuck alone or something, Wow, just like humans. But anyway, we're out to tag every animal on Earth, by the way, of course, we got the nanoparticles too, and then we got those nano things that, you know, go around so they can map out, you know, it's nanoparticles to map out the fucking world in every type of dimension possible, you know what I mean? Know where every kind of tree is, to the fucking bark on the tree, mapping every damn thing out, okay? But yet, you know, there's, you know, millions of people missing. 750,000 were missing out of the United States back in 2017 alone. Now, there's thousands of people missing from our state parks, and the government's all hush-hush about that shit. But, you know, they're always up to shit. I mean, look at this. All these are government, majority of them are government websites. And they will say they're garbage. They will say they're shit. They call people names. They call certain type of people names and all kinds of shit in their personal emails. I'm telling you, it's enough to piss a lot of people off, but people are being so passive. Kalina Bank, Chapsea, proposed Northern Extension, sub-alternative 2B. They're going to do something somewhere there. South Atlantic Fishery Management Council, Coral Amendment 8. I don't know what that is. I probably should take a look at that in a little bit. I just gander through, you know, like skim through. And then if I find some interesting things, I'm like, oh man. And a lot of times I'll download it, or I'll mark the page one way or another. But see, look at that. There's a government document. You can find them on corporations and everything too, because all government agencies are businesses and organizations that are to provide a service, you know, by forcing customers. But unsolicited application for a something. Well, see how this is a special computer language they're using. There's a couple computer languages they're using in their clouds. One of them is patterns, like if you go in the paint program and you take your triangle and your box and they color them in or whatever, and you slap a bunch of them on top of each other. That's a whole computer language that the computers wrote themselves, but the government is actually using them on different things too. And then there's the fact that, you know, they'll do the little dot things, you know. So, just saying. Of course, I don't know how to write that kind of language in a search or anything. Now, Acceleron Pharma, security filing. Sorry, where am I at? Okay. All kinds of stuff you could find. Okay, people? So you want some evidence to prove that they're nothing but crook-ass, lying, motherfucking cheating criminals? Just do weird shit like that. You could write PDF instead of doc. I like to just use doc. Now if I hit all, let's see what's going to happen. Where you just have a regular search. ESA doc, plain language, economics and statistics. Blah, 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 basic elements, phase and phase of environmental site, blah, 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 yeah, you can still find them this way. Underground storage tank closure to images. Okay, just saying. So those are ways to search for your government documents. You want to find your evidence. Go after them, do it. Because they're nothing but liars, but it is a rabbit hole, but this is an easier way to cut through that fucking rabbit hole. Whoops. Sorry. Use keywords like target, high value target, abbreviated, HVT. What do they call them? Not packages. Units, UNITS. Stakeholders instead of shareholders. Private, you know, that word's used a lot. Profits, I forget. A lot of times I'll call profits units too. Actors, of course, they use that a lot. But break up the language, like if like, you know, I could write what they do. You see what I'm saying? How it's broken up, what they do. That's how they do it. A lot. And they'll do this. Like that. Or they'll actually go like this. What? You know? Total misspelling. On purpose. That's how they hide their government fucking crimes and documents they're hiding from the public, which everything should be public anyway, but it is on the internet somewhere in a cloud, whatever. If it's on the internet, it's public, so be it. Just like the user agreements and everything they have us sign, digging into our personal lives. You know, tit for tat, you know. Can only go on for so long before it's stopped.